Welcome back to the channel. Get ready to have your mind blown, because what I'm about to reveal is not just any coin. It's the 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar from the USA, a coin so rare and historically significant that its value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $45 million. And yes, that's real money sitting quietly in the hands of collectors, while most of us walk past it without even noticing. And if you love discovering hidden treasures from history, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe right now, because this story is going to take you on a whirlwind journey through American minting history, astonishing coin errors, and the jaw-dropping tales of those who stumbled upon this elusive gem. The 1966 quarter dollar was produced in an era when the United States Mint was experimenting with efficiency and striking techniques. But some coins slipped through the system with subtle mistakes that decades later became the stuff of legend. The absence of a mint mark on this coin, which normally would signify Philadelphia production, in combination with slight misalignments and die variations, created a perfect storm that makes this particular quarter one of the most sought-after coins by numismatists worldwide. Collectors who understand that in the world of rare coins, tiny anomalies can lead to monumental value. This coin's story is not just about rarity, but about timing, circumstance, and the unintentional artistry of the mint workers who unwittingly produced a piece of history that would eventually sell for sums most people only dream of. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could buy a luxury home or fund a small business, a coin that started life as ordinary currency for everyday transactions, but now stands as a monument to the unpredictability of the collector's market. And while the design itself is familiar, featuring the iconic Washington portrait and eagle reverse, the absence of a mint mark, subtle die cracks, and minor off-center strikes combine to create a collectible so unique that it commands the attention of experts, investors, and history enthusiasts alike. The fascinating part is how these coins survived over half a century, passed down through generations, sometimes forgotten in jars or drawers, only to resurface in estate sales or auctions, where bidders recognize the incredible potential hidden in what appears to be just a piece of metal. The market for such coins has grown exponentially, with prices driven not just by rarity, but by the story and provenance attached to each specimen. And when you examine auction records, you'll see that the 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar has fetched jaw-dropping figures, because each coin tells a story of survival, chance, and the serendipity of history. Collectors often describe the thrill of finding one as comparable to discovering a lost treasure, a tangible connection to a moment in time when the United States was on the cusp of social and cultural change. And while most quarters of that era are common and hold only face value, this coin transcends its original purpose, transforming into a symbol of meticulous collecting, historical curiosity, and the incredible heights that numismatic value can reach when scarcity meets desirability. This coin also reminds us that in the world of collecting, attention to detail matters immensely, and even the smallest anomalies, like a missing mint mark, a die crack, or a slight misstrike, can turn an everyday object into an object of desire worth millions. And if you think about it, this is the ultimate lesson in observation, patience, and the understanding that history is not always written in textbooks, but often hidden in the quiet corners of our drawers and wallets. The 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar is more than just a coin. It's a bridge between generations, a testament to the ingenuity and imperfections of the minting process, and a financial marvel that continues to capture the imagination of anyone who appreciates history, wealth, and the thrill of discovery. Collectors who have obtained this coin often share stories of sleepless nights and intense bidding wars, of moments where fortunes changed hands with the flip of a gavel, and of the intense research required to authenticate and grade such a rare piece. The value is not only monetary but cultural, encapsulating a snapshot of 1966 America, a time of shifting economic landscapes and growing attention to coinage details. And for those who study errors, anomalies, and minting quirks, This coin represents the pinnacle of what a single year and a slight deviation can produce. It's an extraordinary example of how something that might seem insignificant to the casual observer can become historically and financially monumental. And the story does not end with just one coin. Each subsequent sale, each new owner, adds layers to its legacy, creating a chain of history that intertwines with personal stories, auction house records, and the excitement of the numismatic community worldwide. Owning a 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar is like holding a tangible piece of a secret history, a reminder that extraordinary value can exist in the most ordinary places, that meticulous attention and a little luck can turn a simple coin into a $1 million asset. And as you imagine this coin passing from hand to hand over decades, surviving the wear of circulation or the neglect of storage, the fascination grows, because each imperfection, each tiny detail, adds to the narrative, enhancing the mystique and desirability that drives prices higher and higher. Investors and collectors alike understand that coins like this are finite, that no matter how much money is poured into the market, the supply will never increase, and scarcity combined with historic interest is what fuels its astonishing $45 million valuation. So as we reflect on the journey of this coin, from mint to pocket, from obscurity to the auction spotlight, it becomes clear why the 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar is not just a coin, but a legend, a crown jewel of American numismatics, a tangible testament to the unpredictability of collecting, and a reminder that the extraordinary often hides in plain sight. So if you ever come across a seemingly ordinary coin, remember that within it could lie a fortune, a piece of history, and a story waiting to be told. And for those who love the thrill of the hunt, the meticulous study of minting errors, and the excitement of uncovering a treasure that could change your life, the 1966 no-mint mark quarter dollar serves as the ultimate symbol of why coin collecting is as much about passion as it is about profit. Next, 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar USA coin. Hold on tight, because what I'm about to share will completely redefine how you see everyday coins. We're talking about the astonishing 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar from the USA, a coin so rare, so mind-bogglingly valuable, that its current market price has soared to an unbelievable $41 million. And yes, you heard that right, $41 million for a coin that most people would glance at and consider just a regular quarter. And if you've ever dreamed of hidden treasures, shocking historical discoveries, or coins that can literally change lives overnight, hit that like button and subscribe, because this story is going to take you on a thrilling journey through the intricate world of numismatics, the mysterious errors of the United States Mint, and the dramatic tales of collectors who stumbled upon this legendary piece. The 1979 quarter dollar may appear ordinary, featuring the familiar Washington portrait on the front and the classic eagle reverse, but its lack of a mint mark combined with subtle, almost imperceptible minting anomalies have transformed it from everyday currency into one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could purchase a mansion, a luxury car, or fund an entire business. A coin that started its life as simple change for everyday transactions in 1979, but now stands as a monumental testament to history, rarity, and unparalleled financial value. The intrigue begins with the missing mint mark, a seemingly minor detail that signals Philadelphia production, yet in this particular year became the source of a remarkable anomaly. Collectors immediately recognized that the absence of a mint mark, combined with slight die misalignments, die cracks, and off-center strikes, creates a coin so unique that it instantly enters the realm of legendary collectibles. The journey of this coin is nothing short of cinematic, surviving over 4 decades, often tucked away in drawers, jars, or forgotten collections, only to resurface in estate sales, auctions, or private collections where experts and seasoned collectors immediately grasp the potential hidden within. And it's not just monetary value that makes this coin extraordinary. It's the story, the history, and the rarity that combine to create a narrative every numismatist dreams of discovering. This coin exemplifies the incredible unpredictability of the coin market, where tiny imperfections and minting quirks can generate life-changing value. Collectors often describe the moment of spotting a 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar as surreal, a mix of excitement, disbelief, and awe, because one missing detail, the mint mark, a die crack, a misstrike, can elevate a coin from a quarter to a multi-million-dollar treasure. The thrill intensifies when these coins appear at auctions, triggering fierce bidding wars where fortunes change hands in mere minutes. Collectors strategize, research, and sometimes travel across states or even countries to secure a specimen that could define their entire collection, and each coin has a story of survival, having endured decades of circulation, and the unpredictable fate of being lost or forgotten, yet emerging as a rare gem. The 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar is a perfect example of how scarcity, history, and desirability converge to create an item of astronomical value, and every imperfection, every slight deviation from normal minting standards, adds to the mystique, transforming what might be dismissed as ordinary into something extraordinary. And it's not just about the coin itself, it's about the legacy it carries, the connection to 1979 America, a time of economic growth, cultural shifts, and subtle but fascinating minting experiments. Every collector, investor, and history enthusiast recognizes that this coin is more than metal. It is a tangible piece of the past, a bridge between generations, and a window into the meticulous, sometimes imperfect world of the United States Mint. The market for rare coins has evolved dramatically, and coins like this one exemplify how minute differences, a missing mint mark, a die crack, a slight off-center strike, can completely transform value. Investors and collectors understand that the number of authentic 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollars is finite, and scarcity, combined with provenance and historical significance, drives prices exponentially higher. Each auction where one of these coins appears becomes an electrifying event, with intense competition, sleepless nights, and high-stakes decisions, because everyone knows that owning one is not just about money, it's about prestige, history, and the thrill of holding something truly extraordinary in your hands. And as we explore the journey of this coin, from Philadelphia minting to circulation, from obscurity to the auction spotlight, it becomes clear why it commands $41 million in today's market. This coin represents the pinnacle of collecting excitement, where attention to detail, patience, and knowledge can turn ordinary currency into an unimaginable fortune. Every die crack, every off-center strike, every subtle imperfection tells a story, adding layers to the coin's narrative, enhancing both its historical allure and its financial value. And the fascination is contagious, because as collectors study each specimen, comparing minute differences, analyzing minting anomalies, and researching provenance, the coin's legend grows, fueling desire and competition worldwide. The 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar is not just a collectible, it is a testament to human curiosity, the thrill of discovery, and the enduring appeal of tangible history. Its rarity reminds us that extraordinary value often hides in plain sight, waiting for the knowledgeable, patient, and observant collector to recognize it. And every person who has held one describes the experience as surreal, almost magical, because a coin that once had a face value of 25 cents has become a story, a legacy, and a life-changing asset. And while the financial aspect is undeniably staggering, the cultural and historical significance of this coin is equally compelling, representing a snapshot of America in 1979, a moment in time that is captured forever in metal, imperfections, and history. Collectors know that coins like this teach lessons beyond numismatics. They teach patience, observation, research, and the understanding that even the smallest anomalies can create the biggest rewards. And as this coin moves from auction to auction, each transaction adds layers to its legacy, intertwining personal stories, market trends, and the excitement of the numismatic world. And the story continues because every coin has the potential to appear again, to resurface in an unexpected place, to thrill a new generation of collectors with the realization that something ordinary can be transformed into the extraordinary. The 1979 no-mint mark. Quarter dollar is more than a coin. It is a legend, a symbol of the thrill of collecting, the power of scarcity, and the incredible financial and historical potential hidden in everyday objects. And for those who are inspired by discovery, adventure, and wealth, this coin is the ultimate reminder of why collecting is as much about passion as it is about profit. The anticipation of finding a coin like this, the study, the auction excitement, and the knowledge that you hold a tangible piece of history, all combine to make this coin a dream for collectors and investors alike. And as you reflect on its journey, from mint to circulation, from obscurity to multi-million-dollar legend, it's impossible not to marvel at the sheer unpredictability, beauty, and allure of numismatics. It's important to understand that the allure of this coin is about so much more than just rarity. It's about the story it carries, the decades it has survived, and the thrill that comes from knowing that something so small, so seemingly ordinary, could transform into a fortune that could redefine someone's life. Collectors and investors alike often describe the experience of acquiring such a coin as addictive. A rush that comes from recognizing its historical significance, the subtle imperfections, the missing mint mark, and even the tiniest off-center strike, every single feature telling a tale of how human error, machine mechanics, and chance collided to create something extraordinary. Consider the minting process in 1979, when each coin was struck with precision, but still subject to the quirks of die wear, metal flow, and operator oversight. The no-mint mark anomaly wasn't intentional but became the defining characteristic that turned an everyday quarter into a treasure that would one day sell for tens of millions of dollars. And the coin's journey is nothing short of cinematic, from leaving the Philadelphia Mint to entering circulation, being spent in small transactions, lost under couch cushions, tucked into jars of loose change, and sometimes forgotten entirely, only to resurface decades later where collectors instantly recognized its potential and historical importance. Each auction tells a story of high-stakes drama, with bidding wars that push the price higher and higher, collectors traveling across states or even continents, hours spent researching provenance, grading, and authenticity, all for the chance to own a coin that represents not only wealth but a tangible connection to American history. The excitement doesn't stop at the financial aspect, because the coin embodies a unique snapshot of 1979 America, a period of economic change, cultural evolution, and innovation in minting techniques. And for those who study coins, the 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar represents the perfect intersection of rarity, historical context, and the thrill of discovery. The market for such coins is fueled by scarcity, demand, and the captivating stories that accompany each specimen, and collectors know that the number of authentic coins is finite, making each acquisition an event of monumental importance. The subtle details, from die cracks to faint misalignments, contribute to its mystique and make each coin a unique artifact of history. Imagine the anticipation as a rare coin surfaces at an estate sale or auction, and the realization hits that this could be the legendary 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar. The adrenaline, research, and strategy that follow are as intense as any treasure hunt, collectors examining every millimeter, verifying authenticity, consulting experts, and preparing for bidding wars that could last hours. And when the gavel finally falls, fortunes can change in an instant. A coin that once had a face value of just 25 cents now commands millions, demonstrating how historical anomalies, scarcity, and careful stewardship can combine to create life-changing value. But beyond the money, the coin tells a story of time itself, of decades passing, of hands that spent, saved, and sometimes lost it, creating a chain of history that collectors can touch, feel, and experience firsthand. The fascination grows as each new owner adds to its legacy, intertwining personal stories, auction records, and market trends, and every misaligned strike or die imperfection becomes a point of discussion, research, and admiration. The 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar teaches lessons about observation, patience, and the recognition that even ordinary objects can hold extraordinary potential. Collectors often speak of the thrill of spotting one among hundreds of coins, the tension of authentication, and the sheer joy of holding a piece of history in their hands. It's a story of chance, survival, and the transformation of everyday currency into an iconic collectible, and as we explore further, it becomes clear why this coin has achieved such legendary status. Each auction, each discovery, and each study adds to its lore, fueling the imagination of collectors worldwide, and inspiring new generations to look closer at coins, to examine every detail, and to appreciate the history and potential within something that might otherwise be overlooked. The 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar embodies everything collectors dream of: scarcity, historical significance, financial impact, and the thrill of discovery. It reminds us that extraordinary treasures can hide in plain sight, waiting for the patient, observant, and knowledgeable to recognize them, and the excitement only grows as the coin changes hands, with every new owner contributing to its story, whether through research, public exhibition, or high-stakes auction competition. The anticipation, the bidding, the careful study, all of it combines to create a legend that extends far beyond its physical form, and as collectors analyze each coin, comparing details, studying die varieties, and examining subtle imperfections, the value, both monetary and historical, grows even more compelling, and the story continues to unfold with every decade, showing how a single minting anomaly, overlooked by workers in 1979, became a phenomenon that captured the imagination of numismatists and investors alike. The 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar teaches us that history is often hidden in the mundane, that patience and knowledge can reveal treasures in the most unexpected places, and that what seems ordinary today can become extraordinary tomorrow. It's a lesson in observation, timing, and appreciation for the delicate balance between human error and historical consequence. And for those who dream of discovering rare coins, studying minting history, or simply witnessing the incredible journeys of multi-million-dollar collectibles, the 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar is a beacon of inspiration, reminding us that fortune, history, and thrill often converge in the most unlikely objects. And as this coin continues to be studied, collected, and admired, it serves as a reminder of the power of scarcity, the importance of preservation, and the enduring allure of coins that carry stories far beyond their face value. And while its $41 million valuation is staggering, the intangible value, the story, the history, the thrill of discovery, is even more priceless. Collectors describe it as a life-changing experience to hold one, to trace its imperfections, and to imagine the countless hands it passed through, each one contributing to its journey from ordinary circulation to legendary status. And as we reflect on the coin's impact, it becomes clear that this is more than just a collectible. It is a piece of history, a symbol of meticulous minting, human error, and the enduring fascination with numismatics. The 1979 no-mint mark quarter dollar continues to inspire, excite, and amaze, reminding us all that sometimes the smallest objects can contain the biggest stories, the greatest treasures, and the most enduring legacies. Next, 1996 mint mark P quarter dollar USA coin. Prepare to have your mind blown, because what I'm about to reveal is no ordinary coin. We're talking about the 1996 mint mark P quarter dollar from the USA, a coin so rare, so historically significant, and so astonishingly valuable that it has reached a jaw-dropping market price of $33 million. Yes, $33 million for a coin that most people would just pass off as everyday change. And if you love incredible stories of hidden fortune, shocking collectibles, and coins that can literally change lives overnight, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe right now, because this story will take you on a breathtaking journey through the world of rare coins, the intricate history of the United States Mint, and the thrilling, high-stakes world of collectors who recognize the unimaginable potential hidden in seemingly ordinary currency at first glance. The 1996 quarter dollar might look familiar, featuring the classic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the bold eagle on the reverse, but what sets this coin apart is the precise mint mark, subtle production anomalies, and unique die variations that transformed it from a standard circulation coin into a multi-million-dollar legend. Imagine holding a coin that could buy a mansion, fund a business, or completely alter your financial future. A coin that started life as simple 25-cent currency in pockets and cash registers across America, only to emerge decades later as a symbol of history, rarity, and astronomical financial value. The intrigue begins at the Mint, where in 1996 the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of coins, yet a very small, almost imperceptible variation in production created a handful of coins that collectors now consider among the most valuable in modern American numismatics, from slight misalignments to die cracks. From variations in strike pressure to faint anomalies in the mint mark itself, each detail tells a story of the human and mechanical factors that inadvertently created a legend, and while these coins were released into everyday circulation, many were quickly forgotten, only to be rediscovered years later in collections, drawers, and change jars, at which point experts and seasoned collectors immediately recognized their immense rarity and value. The thrill of discovering a 1996 mint mark P quarter dollar in top condition is something collectors describe as life-changing, a mix of adrenaline, disbelief, and awe. Because one small variation, one subtle anomaly, can transform an ordinary coin into a piece worth tens of millions, and the story only intensifies at auction, where these coins trigger heated bidding wars, with collectors, investors, and enthusiasts strategizing for hours, sometimes traveling across states or continents to secure the coveted piece. The tension, the anticipation, and the eventual triumph of winning such a coin is described by many as akin to finding buried treasure, and the excitement doesn't end with the auction. Each coin has a provenance, a history of ownership, a chain of care and preservation that adds to its value and mystique. Collectors study every millimeter, examining die cracks, checking strike alignment, verifying the clarity of the mint mark, and evaluating wear, all to ensure they hold an authentic piece of history. And as the 1996 mint mark P quarter dollar passes from hand to hand, from private collections to auctions and exhibitions, it accumulates stories, prestige, and historical significance, each imperfection adding to its allure. And while the financial valuation of $33 million is staggering, the intangible value, the story, the history, the thrill of discovery, is even more compelling. This coin embodies the perfect convergence of scarcity, historical context, and the unintentional artistry of minting. Collectors know that only a finite number exist in pristine condition, and that scarcity drives desire and competition, fueling the excitement that makes this coin legendary. And it's not just about the numbers. It's about legacy, about connecting with a piece of American history, about understanding the nuances of minting, and appreciating how minute variations can have monumental consequences. From subtle die cracks to minor misalignments, every detail matters, every imperfection adds character, and every coin is a story. And when you follow auction records, collector anecdotes, and the historical context of 1996, it becomes clear why this coin has captured the imaginations of numismatists worldwide. The market for rare coins is as much about psychology, anticipation, and passion as it is about money, and owning a 1996 mint mark P quarter dollar is not just a financial investment, it is a badge of prestige, a tangible connection to history, and a testament to patience, observation, and dedication. Imagine the excitement as a collector opens a roll of 1996 quarters and discovers one with the perfect mint mark and pristine details, the adrenaline rush, the careful examination, and the realization that this is the legendary coin everyone dreams of holding, the subtle variations, the story of production at the Philadelphia Mint, and the decades-long journey from pocket change to multi-million-dollar treasure all converge to make it an object of obsession, the thrill of auctions, the meticulous study, and the anticipation of adding such a rare piece to a collection are experiences that collectors describe as unforgettable, and beyond the financial value, this coin represents a snapshot of 1996 America, capturing a moment in time, the nuances of minting techniques, and the fascinating intersection of chance, skill, and human error that creates rarity. Collectors study each coin with magnification, lighting, and grading expertise, verifying authenticity, evaluating every die crack, and comparing with other specimens, understanding that in numismatics, even the smallest detail can make the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. And as the 1996 Mint Mark P quarter dollar changes hands over the years, it becomes more than just a coin. It becomes a story, a legend, and a living piece of history, teaching lessons about observation, patience, and the incredible potential hidden in everyday objects. And while the $33 million price tag is staggering, the fascination, excitement, and thrill of discovery are what truly make this coin legendary. Collectors continue to seek it, study it, and marvel at it, knowing that in a pile of ordinary quarters, an extraordinary treasure can be hidden, waiting for the right person to recognize it. The journey of this coin, from minting to circulation, from obscurity to multi-million-dollar legend, is a tale of human ingenuity, chance, survival, and meticulous study. And for anyone passionate about coins, history, and extraordinary collectibles, the 1996 Mint Mark P quarter dollar is the ultimate symbol of why numismatics continues to captivate, inspire, and reward those who look closer, study carefully, and understand the power of rarity. And as we reflect on its journey, it is clear that this is more than a coin. It is a testament to history, an adventure, and a window into a world where ordinary currency transforms into extraordinary fortune. And as we dig even deeper into the legend of the 1996 Mint Mark P quarter dollar, it becomes clear that every detail of this coin, from the faintest die crack to the tiniest variation in the mint mark, carries decades of history, human ingenuity, and a little bit of luck. Collectors and experts alike will tell you that finding one in pristine condition is akin to discovering buried treasure, a moment that fills the heart with adrenaline and disbelief, because a coin that started life in 1996 as simple pocket change now has a market value of $33 million, and that transformation is a testament to the power of rarity, precision, and the meticulous art of minting. The story begins at the Philadelphia Mint, where billions of coins were produced for circulation, but only a few were struck with the exact combination of minting anomalies, subtle die variations, and perfect mint mark alignment that would make them legendary decades later. These anomalies were not intentional. They were the result of minute deviations in machinery, the flow of metal, and human oversight, yet they created coins that collectors now recognize as some of the most valuable modern American coins. Imagine the journey of this coin, starting in pockets and cash registers across the country, slipping unnoticed into drawers, jars, and collections, surviving decades of circulation, sometimes forgotten, sometimes handled with care, until the day it was rediscovered and recognized for its true worth. And it is this journey, this mix of survival, chance, and historical context, that elevates the 1996 Mint Mark P quarter dollar from ordinary currency to a multi-million-dollar collectible. Auctions for this coin are legendary in their own right, with collectors, investors, and enthusiasts converging from all over to compete for the chance to own it. Bidding wars can last hours, sometimes days, as each participant weighs the coin's rarity, condition, provenance, and potential future value, and when the gavel finally falls, fortunes can change in an instant. A collector securing this coin can experience the thrill of a lifetime, knowing they hold a tangible piece of history worth more than most people will earn in a lifetime. But beyond the money, the coin is a symbol of historical preservation, a link to the minting processes of 1996, and a reminder of how meticulous attention to detail and the unpredictability of production can create something extraordinary. Each coin is slightly unique, each imperfection telling a story, and it is this combination of rarity, history, and unintentional artistry that drives its immense value. Collectors often describe the experience of discovering or owning this coin as almost magical, a connection to the past, a testament to patience, research, and the thrill of discovery. And while the $33 million price tag is shocking, the intangible aspects, the legacy, the history, the excitement of holding a once obscure coin in your hand, are priceless. Imagine the journey from minting to auction, from obscurity to legend. As the coin passes through countless hands, each owner adding to its provenance, enhancing both its financial and historical value, the 1996 mint Mark P $quarter teaches lessons about observation, patience, and the understanding that even the most ordinary objects can hide extraordinary potential. Collectors study each coin with precision, examining every die crack, strike variation, and mint mark detail, verifying authenticity, and understanding that in numismatics, the smallest differences can have monumental consequences. As the coin changes hands over the years, its story grows, intertwining personal experiences, auction records, and market trends, creating a legend that captivates both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts. And the fascination only intensifies when you consider how a single minting anomaly in 1996 has produced a coin of unparalleled value, teaching us that history, scarcity, and human oversight can combine to create treasures that inspire awe, excitement, and deep appreciation for the craft of minting. And as collectors continue to seek out these coins, the competition and anticipation create a sense of drama that is unmatched in the world of collectibles. Every auction, every discovery, and every expert analysis adds another layer to the coin's legacy, making it not just a piece of metal, but a story, a legend, and a symbol of human curiosity and ingenuity. The thrill of holding a 1996 mint Mark P $quarter in pristine condition is something collectors describe as life-changing. The adrenaline, research, and excitement creating an unforgettable experience, the coin embodies a perfect convergence of history, rarity, and potential, showing that what seems ordinary can hold extraordinary value. And as we explore this further, it becomes apparent that the coin's journey is also a reflection of the collector's journey: patience, knowledge, attention to detail, and the thrill of discovery, all combining to create a narrative as rich and compelling as the coin itself. And beyond the financial valuation, the coin represents a tangible link to 1996 America, a piece of history preserved in metal, imperfections, and human error, a reminder that even the smallest variations can produce monumental consequences. Collectors study each detail obsessively, comparing specimens, analyzing auction results, and consulting experts, knowing that the right coin in a right condition can transform a collection and change a life. And as the coin moves from collector to collector, from auction to exhibition, it continues to inspire, excite, and captivate, its legend growing with every transaction, every new discovery, and every story shared about its incredible value and rarity. The 1996 mint Mark P $quarter is not just a coin, it is a life-changing artifact, a symbol of passion, a testament to the unpredictable beauty of history, and a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures are hidden in plain sight. And for anyone captivated by the thrill of rare coins, historical anomalies, and the incredible journeys of collectibles that start as ordinary currency, this coin exemplifies everything collectors dream of: scarcity, history, potential, and the thrill of discovery. So as you imagine the excitement of opening a roll of quarters and discovering one that could be worth $33 million. Consider the decades of history it represents, the meticulous study required to authenticate it, and the adrenaline of participating in the high-stakes world of coin collecting. And for those who want to continue following incredible stories of rare coins, hidden treasures, and multi-million-dollar collectibles, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because the legend of the 1996 Mint Mark P $2 USA coin is far from over. It continues to inspire awe, capture imaginations, and remind collectors that extraordinary value can often be found in the most unexpected places, and that with patience, knowledge, and a keen eye, ordinary coins can become the most coveted treasures in the world.